Well, shoot! That's doing a pretty nice job for how dry it is. My goodness. How is everyone doing? I know, I'm making another YouTube video. Who am I? But we are ripping the VT, and we are ripping it like nobody's business. Okay? And this 8430 is pulling it like nobody's business, alright? Got that IVT just screaming, man. 10% slip. She's running. I'm gonna pull back. Yep. I'm gonna hop out. We're gonna go see. I want to check the overlap on my track spacing. This is a 26-foot wide machine, I believe, at the end of each basket on the back side. But it's 25-foot working width, so I've got my track spacing at 24. So I would like to just hop out and see how we're on that overlap. Can't waste diesel. This old girl drinks it though. You like our one new tire on the front? So it's dry. It's not gonna bury everything first go. I mean, I just know that. So this is where that outside pass is. And my front's right on it, which is perfect. And the back's going right over it. But there's still, well, there's not really a strip. It's not too bad, I guess. It's not leaving it unworked by any means. But I could maybe shrink it down just a touch. But I don't know. I mean, it's right on the edge with the basket there. And the outside of the rear gang is right on it. Oh man, that might be okay. So this is a new addition to our farm. This is a 2022 Landall 7530 VT. On paper, it's a VT. By definition, it is a VT, but it's not really a VT because this is one of the new Landalls, obviously. But it has a adjustable gang angle, as you can see over here. Man, my camera work today is pretty spotty. I apologize, but yeah. So it goes from 5 degrees on the gangs, which would be about like this, all the way to 15, which is like this. And this is full disc mode. So I'm still playing with my pitch a little bit. I'm fairly happy. The ground is dry, so it's hard. I mean, I'm not going to get a whole lot better than I am right now. But as the blades brighten up and shine up throughout the day, it'll start cutting through a little better. But the way I run this, I'm running this as deep as it'll go and as far forward on the gang, so they're at 15 degrees, and as fast as I can. Because I'm really trying to turn over the dirt and bury the residue, which if we climb up here, we can see this is after front gangs go over it. And then the rear gangs obviously do their thing and turn it back the other way. Baskets roll over, break up the clods, and that is what we're left with. I don't know, man. I mean, there's a lot of stuff still getting buried under here. But yeah, I'd say I'm probably running, well, I don't know, 4 inches in the ground at least, maybe 5. I don't know, man. I'm gonna play with my pitch a little more and see if I can get something that really works. I don't know if digging the front end in is gonna really turn it over well or vice versa or what. But I'm gonna mess with it a little bit. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. Oh man. Ah! Oh. See, I'm gonna raise up just like this. I've got my work switch set to my 5th SCV. I'm gonna take it, I'm just gonna roll it back to about, yeah, so I'll go to C and we will set her down and I will lock my diff and we'll throttle this girl up. My goodness. She can feel that, I know. I know she can feel that. My goodness. Shoo! It's definitely pulling harder because at the pitch I was at before, I was pulling just over 6 miles an hour. Now I can only go about 5.5. So I'm gonna stop again. I'm gonna hop out and take a look. Yeah, I was kind of afraid of that. With that back making less contact, a lot cloddier. As far as how it's working the ground, I mean, there's not a huge major difference. This is definitely, I think, a better solution than this. This is really chopping the stuff up. Got some husks on top, sure, but I mean, look right here. This is beautiful for a first pass. So I think I'm gonna put the pitch back to where it was and roll with it. I've worked some seed fields this year with it already before harvest started, and I'm really a big fan of this machine, or implement, not machine. I'm a fan of this machine. I love 8430s. We had it on the 8310R when we were working that seed corn ground, and I mean, it did well, but Dad's 8430 here has wheel weights in the back, the inner ones, the inner weights, so definitely has a lot more weight to the ground in the rear because it's 1,800 pounds a side, so it's a lot better traction. See how much power the old girl is using. I'm guessing all of it. Oh, where are we? Oh, well, we're burning 15.5 gallons of fuel an hour. Come on, give me the power meter. Give it to me. Oh, yeah. She is using every ounce she's got. Oh, yeah, this is doing a nice job now. I'm pleased. So pleased. Gotta keep my window clean. Northern Chill sponsored that show. Too damn old for contact sports. Nah, I'm pretty happy. I like it. I rolled it back or forward just a hair. It's working a lot more level now. And it's working a lot better. So, yeah, I'm pleased. Fall tillage work means I get to do a sit still lunch break. Figure, you know, I said this implement. I didn't even tell you when I was coming here to do this. Oh, I told my dad, but he didn't care. When I do all that, I get to eat my lunch, sitting still. I'm not going to bounce through the field and eat. No. See, because harvest is over, so at this point, I have nothing but time. So I sit still and eat my nice cold can of beef ravioli. Oh, it's good. And I'm watching Yellowstone. It's a Friday flavored Wednesday, honestly. Go squeeze, because I'm going. Getting close to done with one side. Not really close, but these roads are going to get short on me now, which is kind of nice. You know, what's kind of interesting is you can physically see and feel when you go from the dryland corner to the irrigated part of the field. You see, this is the dryland corner. You can see the line where it switches from more dirt to more residue. It kind of runs right there. We're in the dryland now, and it pulls it a little bit faster. Not here necessarily because we're going up a hill, but it'll bog down when I hit the irrigated. Now we're getting into the irrigated, and that's where the spin increases and the tractor's got to adjust to the difference in ground. The irrigated works so much harder because the ground in the irrigated is going to be a little bit softer, especially on a year like this where we haven't had much rain at all. And there's a lot more residue, and the stalks are a lot bigger, so it has a lot more to actually physically break up and move. I mean, just look at how dark that corner is. You can see it from here. How dark it is in that corner. This tractor's been throwing ACU code. Can't remember if I said anything about it or not, but I'm going to say something about it again. 1347.07, I went on AgTalk and looked it up. AgTalk, wonderful, great thing. Recommend everyone uses it. But it's like a fuel code, and it could either be, you know, an injector returning too much, or all the injectors are bad, or the pump needs a, I don't know if it's like a release diaphragm or whatever, something in the pump, or rail relief plug. And I texted our service guy, Deer, and yeah, also the hydraulic pump is screaming. He hasn't got back to me on that, but so far it's not affecting the performance of the machine at all. You know, usually with derate or something. Maybe it is derating, but I sure can't tell. So, I mean, it'll probably be fine. Well, I'm to the point now where I can move the pivot. I finished the west half of the field. I get a lot of questions on what do you guys do with the pivot? They just get in the way. What do you guys do with them? We move them, boss. Look at the guess on this pass. I mean, that's pretty good. Do you really think just because I tackled the one earlier, I'd let the other two stand? Better put these girls in 4-wheel drive because shit is about to get real. Too lazy to put music over it, so just pretend it's like a badass Old West scene. Downhill! Turns out the ground's kind of hard. Oh, dude, that didn't feel good at all. I mean, I'm kind of a wimp, but that hurt. That didn't feel good. You can see my impact. That was my elbow, I believe. I don't even know. I rolled all the way over there. All right, you can tell I was the last one to touch this panel because only the bottom one is latched. That was kind of always my situation. Okay, so we want to make sure the water's turned off. When Dad went to move this when we picked this field, he did not turn the well off, and he started watering. That was fun. So we should be good. We're gonna start on, just gonna kick her into reverse at 95%. Wait for it to move. And it's moving. Now I could work towards the east now, but I'm gonna sit in my tractor. Not mine, my daddy's tractor. That's the best kind. And I'm gonna wait for this pivot to move so that I can get this gap here. As you can see, there's the worked ground and then there's this gap. So I wanna finish that off because I'm gonna have to work around the pivot point at some point. I'd like to get it out of the way and handle. On second thought, I thought about how unproductive it would be to just sit here. Oh. So I'm just gonna keep going. What's the hurt? Nothing. Nothing's a hurt. This is a farm. If the landlord that owns this, that my dad rents it from, came to me and asked me if I'd want it, I would steal it directly from underneath my father. I love this farm. I don't really know why. Probably because it's simple. It's corn on corn. Work it in the fall. Give it some water and some nitrogen. It's good to go. Some dry every once in a while. It's an easy field. It's simple. Always the same thing. I don't know. I like it. I don't want to bore you guys too long. I don't really know what else to do with this video. I mean, I kind of showed what I'm doing. I mean, I could just film what I'm doing, but I mean, I can see it. I'm living it right now. I don't know, man. So I think I'm gonna keep farming. Started to sprinkle on me. This is my procedure turning around. I've lifted. Now I'm gonna turn. And I'm gonna turn a little more. Ooh, give me a little more speed. I get steered, overcorrected, guidance 5 down because the first SCV in this tractor doesn't work. And boom. We are running. Look at those little like guide wheels on the sides. I keep those babies greased good. We're running. Ground's so damn dry, I could definitely run straight through the rain without a problem. And the pivot's already almost out of the way. That's awesome. All right, well, I believe I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna keep working ground. I just watched the video back and I kind of bored myself, so don't worry, it's okay. I'm also just kind of tired. Been bouncing around all day. But nope, this has been fun. I don't know, my next video will probably be showing a new toy. Be my assumption, because there's not really anything super eventful going on here until that happens. So yeah, sounds good. Sounds like fun. All right, well, we'll talk to you guys some other time. Bye bye now.